Guys, welcome to Lofty and Taste channel. Today we're going to be making beer can chicken.
It'll be good. Let's do this. Thanks for watching our video.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Nobody likes a dried chicken, and one of the best ways to make sure that doesn't happen is to marinate the chicken. In order for the marinade to really work, you want to take a fork and poke holes all around the chicken. This way, while it marinates, it will soak in, leaving you with a nice, juicy chicken.
The key to a good beer can chicken is to choose a beer that suits your taste. For us, we think that a lager type beer accentuates the chicken the best, but try out different things and pick what you think will work best for you. Next, put your chicken in a large freezer bag and pour your beer over the chicken until the chicken is mostly submerged. For us, 2 12-ounce beers did the trick. A rule of thumb for any marinade is to let it chill in the refrigerator for at least 1 hour, occasionally flipping the meat over throughout the time. You can marinate meat up to 24 hours, but I don't recommend going past that.
To make a flavorful beer can chicken, you will want 1 green and 1 red pepper, as well as a white onion. Onion adds flavor to just about anything you're ever going to cook. Make sure to rinse your veggies off before you start to prep them. Then start by cutting your peppers up, preferably dicing them, but if you have a big enough chicken, you can leave them in strips. Next, cut the onion. We cut the onion almost like it's a pizza, not all the way through, so it will rest right on top of that beer can when it's inside the chicken. That's all the veggie prep time you're really going to need. Then remember, after about 30 minutes, to flip your chicken that is in the marinade in the fridge. The rub for our beer can chicken is a Tay specialty. It includes chili powder, Memphis barbecue dry rub, and garlic powder. We never really measure anything out, we kind of just go by feel. Make sure you get a good mix of all of them in a bowl, stir it up a little bit, and you're ready to go. After it's been an hour, about 30 minutes on each side, grab your marinated chicken from the fridge. Since we marinated our chicken, we don't have to make anything to coat the chicken with to get the rub to stick. Make sure you're generous with your rub. Pour about half on one side of the chicken and make sure to cover all parts. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. The more dirty you get now, the better the chicken's going to taste. Then flip that bird over and put the rest on the other side.
Be sure to get all the cracks and crevices while seasoning your chicken. It's very hard to over season a chicken like this, so don't be afraid to really go at it. Now it's time for my favorite part, stuffing the chicken. You really want to put as many vegetables as you can inside the chicken, so definitely cram them down as much as you can. You don't necessarily have to have 2 people doing this, but here on Lofty and Tay, we're a team, and teamwork makes the dream work. As you can see, we're genuinely putting the peppers and the onions into the chicken, and then we are going to put the chicken over the beer can. This part may require 2 people, because the odds are you're going to do what I did and spill the beer a couple of times. It's essential while cooking this dish that you use a meat thermometer. A meat thermometer allows you to check the internal temperature of the meat without cutting it open and releasing any of the juices that may be in there. The best way to cook meat on a gas grill like we're doing here is the indirect heat method. This applies to all grills, but ours in particular is gas, so we're going to turn off the center burner. You want to have all other burners that are not directly under the meat on high heat. That way your grill gets as hot as possible without burning the underside of the chicken. You don't have to have a fancy meat thermometer to do this right. The one I'm using was only $15 at Target.
It took about 2.5 hours for our chicken to reach the internal temperature of 165 degrees, which is the recommended temperature to cook chicken to. After you've pulled your chicken off the grill, you want to let it sit for about 10 minutes so it cools down some. But when you go to pull the beer can out of the chicken, you want to make sure that you have some kind of protective wear. The reason for this is the beer still might be boiling. You don't want to take any kind of risk of burning your hand. You can tell that you cooked a good bird, one, because it would be at the 165 degrees, but two, because the chicken will fall right off the bone.
Let's dig into this. Get a nice fat breast piece. Wow. Tastes like Yingling. That is good. Yeah.
That's good. Oh. That's some good eating. That's legit good.
I'm a professional, dude. This is my job.